leading the AFC East with an 8-3 record. New England has a 7-4 record. Baltimore is also 6-5 as of tonight. And over in the AFC West, the San Diego Chargers will keep them a half a game behind the Oakland Raiders. Denver has a 6-5 record out there in the AFC West. Kansas City 5-6. Will keep them a half a game behind the Oakland Raiders. Denver has a 6-5 record out there in the AFC West. Kansas City 5-6, and of course Seattle 4-7. A lot of offense tonight. You had a look at Ron Smith running back kickoffs for the past 3 weeks for the first time since he was in high school. Louis Von Schaman, who hit from 48 yards out to tie it up, gets the second half underway. Taken over in the left corner there by Hank Bauer. And Bauer bulls his way out over the 35 to the 36. And of course we anticipate Bouts, Mike Thomas, sharing the running back duties with Chuck Muncie tonight. And now as we look down, we see Chuck Muncie and Clarence Williams are the setbacks. The wide receivers, they're 1, 2, 3 in the AFC. Winslow into the night with 59 receptions. Jefferson into tonight with 54. And of course Charlie Joyner, who's had a tremendous night. He was the third leading receiver in the AFC. He had 53. On first down, here comes Muncie. Williams out in front with a good block. And you see the acceleration of that big man, Chuck Muncie, as Muncie rolls to the 41 for a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. And those are your stats from the first half.
And look how even they are, at least in first downs and rushing yards. The edge to, isn't that interesting? San Diego passing yards to Miami. What a performance by Woodley. Total yardage almost even. Possession edge, a 7-minute about edge for Miami.
That's a big edge.
2nd down and 5. Charlie Joyner is in motion. Bounce immediately to the air. Muncie on his own, one-on-one out of the flat. And he breaks the tackle and gets out to the 43-yard line. Gives up the football. I think Miami has it.
I don't like the way Muncie carries the football. I've said it before. I'll say it again.
You said it earlier tonight, Howard, and he did carry it out in that one hand, and he let the ball go.
Miami has it. Coming up with it is Bob Baumauer. Muncie struggling loose from a tackle. Gives up the football. Miami has the turnover.
Well, here's the play. Just a flare pass out to the right. Muncie makes some moves here, but look where the ball is.
Yep.
He's got a big hand, obviously. He can palm the ball.
Yeah, but
when you get in traffic,
like a grapefruit.
You've got to put it away. He's trying to put, he just dropped it. He didn't get hit there. He just dropped it. And the ball is sitting on the ground, and somebody's going to try to get it.
Miami is a 1st and 10 inside San Diego's 44-yard line.
First break for the Dolphins tonight, really. First turnover against the Chargers.
They had 2 turnovers in the first half. San Diego only capitalized for 3 points. Play action. Woodley to the air immediately. Man is open. And Woodley a little late delivering to Jimmy Cephalo, who is in between the zones.
Really, that was his first poor throw tonight.
I thought it was a good throw. I'll tell you why. If he'd have thrown a strike to the guy at that particular time, it would have been intercepted. I think he saw the man at the last minute and threw the ball short.
May be right.
Now, if he did that, I'm telling you, that's a good play.
2nd down 10. Out comes Dale Williams. Then comes Tony Nathan. Nathan with the better hands. Good receiver on the short passes. And then does he scamper? Cephalo split to the left. Matt Moore to the right.
Probably running here.
Ronnie Lee. Big draw. And Woodley, down he goes. And it was Leroy Jones. And you believe he's not agile. 6'8", 260-pounder. And a very nifty David Woodley had no chance to get away from Leroy Jones.
Jones having a tremendous night. 5th year.
Sack of the night.
Norfolk State, one of the unsung ones who made it big. Look at this graphic. Points per game. Quite a differential.
Yeah.
Miami's strength this year, only 2 teams the entire season. Baltimore and New England have scored more than 17 points against them.
Ricky Elmer Bailey is in. The extra wide receiver, number 88 for Miami. 3rd down 20. Oh, overthrown.
Now that was his first bad throw, I think, Howard. He had Rose open right down the middle. If he delivers the ball on target, he has the first down.
He knows it. Meanwhile, big series for San Diego. Bad turnover. They held together.
Roberts comes on to do the punting for Miami, and we'll see Mike Fuller dropping.
Well, now let's watch Jefferson, Frank. Coming into this game, he had 58 catches. Thus far, he's shut out.
Earlier I said 54. What he needs is 54 yards to become the first player in the history of pro football to gain 1,000 yards in each of his first 3 seasons. It's going to take a good San Diego bounce down close to the 11-yard line. And so San Diego will start deep in their own territory with their second possession here in the second half. We'll be back in a moment. San Diego, they'll begin inside their own 12-yard line defensively for the Miami Dolphins. As we look down, Glenn Blackwood, their regular free safety, not in there. He's been replaced by number 44, Doug Bedoin, acquired from New England as a free agent earlier in the year. Winslow in motion, and this is Mike Thomas. And Thomas up to the 20-yard line. Nifty pickup. A little more than 8 yards. It'll be second down and 1, as a matter of fact.
Giff, an interesting piece of data. You know, Fouts likes to go deep. The Dolphins have shut out the long passing game. We haven't seen it tonight. Fouts usually averages almost 8 yards per attempt. Tonight, he's only averaged 5.5 yards per attempt. So he's hitting the short pass, forced to go there.
He's only gained 112 yards passing. Jefferson thus far shut out. Double coverage effective.
Mike Thomas, left side, and Mike Thomas corralled there by Ralph Ortega. Gets the first down, however.
That's quite a differential in the third quarter, suggesting the explosiveness of the Chargers. Blackwood, by the way, back in there, Frank.
That will be a plus for the Dolphins. Blackwood went out holding his shoulder earlier. I think they'll probably leave him on what downs they think that they're going to pass. They would prefer to have Bedoin probably in there against the run. On first down, stops again. Mike Thomas. Couple of yards out to the 25-yard line, hit by Don McNeil. It'll be second down and 8.
All right, how about a little disclaimer here, Giff? This telecast is presented by the authority of the National Football League. It is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the National Football League is prohibited. And don't I read good?
You have just destroyed Maryland.
Second down, 8. Thomas, single setback. Fouts. Joyner. No. Out of bounds. Joyner says no, but he does not argue vociferously.
That was a good call by the official. He had one foot in, but the other one did not get in.
He was right on the play, the official.
It's really a good throw by Fouts. Not the only place he could throw it. Joyner had to go up in the air. Oh, he didn't even get the 1 foot down. Easy call, good call.
Third down and 8. Ron Smith comes out. We'll see a single setback. That'll be Mike Thomas. And the receivers are Jefferson, Winslow, Ron Smith, and Charlie Joyner. Winslow, and he has the first down. Winslow out to the 36-yard line, close to the 37.
That was an interesting formation, Giff. I'm sure you saw it. They had Charlie Joyner lined up in the backfield at the halfback position. Only one remaining setback.
He's there for the blitz. As soon as he saw there was no blitz, he went into the pattern.
I wonder how he's done picking up a linebacker. He has not had to do that much in his career.
One of those lookouts.
And you are not seeing Jefferson. It's unbelievable.
Well, you know, he's looking downfield to try to throw the ball downfield to the outside receivers, but they're taking what he likes to do best away from him, making him beat him with other things. And he's taking what he's got.
There's Quintana, Jefferson right, Joyner left. Greg McCrary in motion. Laid up and incomplete. Intended there for Mike Thomas. Mike Thomas in a foot race out there, however, with linebacker Ernest Rowe.
Yeah, that was good coverage by that linebacker. That's as tough a coverage you can give him, covering a halfback out of the backfield, going deep. Bounce through the ball as good as you can throw it.
But that's why Ernie Rome is in there. Even when Steve Toll was well and he just had surgery on bone chips, Steve Toll had been replaced by Ernie Rome on passing situations. Ernie is superb on pass coverage and even on the blitz.
Second down 10. Winslow. Fouts under pressure, but wide open is Jefferson. And it's overthrown. Fouts really with not a prayer to get that out there. He was hammered there. Big number 73, Bob Baumauer.
But your point well taken. It's the first time we've seen Jefferson loose for a reception.
And the reason they sent the linebacker Bokamper, he put pressure on Fouts. He really had no chance at all to get the ball to him. He was lucky to get it off.
4.5 minutes have expired here in the third quarter. Third down and 10. San Diego trying to get something happening from their own 36. Game tied at 17. This time Fouts has the time, going for Jefferson. Did he get those feet down? He did. He saw a classic Jefferson maneuver on the sideline. First down, 33-yard line of Miami.
Frank, it simply had to come, Giffer.
But watch this. It's a great catch by Jefferson, but it was a perfect defense. They double up on it.
No, they're saying now incomplete.
Well, let's watch it. The defensive back mistimes the jump here. He's in position to make the play. And they say no. Hard for us to tell.
So it'll come back, and that will bring up fourth down.
Here we go again, another angle. Let's see if we can see it. The defensive back was in the right coverage. He just really kind of got under the ball. Let's see here. Well,
I don't get this. I'm sorry.
It looked like he was in. Tough call by the official. He was a little closer than we were, but could have been in.
Partridge to punt. Has to hurry it. Nathan indicates the fair catch at the 29-yard line. And that's where Miami will have their possession with 10:23 remaining in the third quarter. 35-yard towering punt by Partridge. We'll be back in the Orange Bowl in a moment. A few moments ago, if you were wondering about the pass to Jefferson, he did indeed catch the ball inbounds, as we saw indicated by the official. Another official, however, upfield had detected that Jefferson had stepped out of bounds, and you cannot leave the field of play and come back in.
Now I get the call.
Dean Barth threw right on top. First and 10 Miami. They're tied to San Diego at 17. Ball on the 28-yard line, and Woodley to the air. Ooh, and he gets pounded as he delivers a deep pass. Incomplete, intended for Nat Moore. Good defensive coverage back there.
Crowd is calling for interference and also for unnecessary for roughing the passer, but neither call made.
Well, you'll see 71, Fred Dean coming in. They're trying to fake the run. Fred Dean doesn't honor the fake at all. He runs right around Geisler. That's a clean play. No penalty. Good play by Dean.
Willie Buchanan was back there with Glenn Edwards, and they had blanketed the intended receiver, Nat Moore.
I tell you, that Dean is quick.
Second down, 10. Steve Howell, 36, setback now for Miami, but this is Tony Nathan. And Nathan piled up out around the 33-yard line. Jim Laslovic is playing some excellent football tonight for San Diego and on the stop. Boy, he was something, Fran. You played a lot against him in Detroit, I know, and he's coming off a knee operation from Gilbert Well. It was actually summer before last.
He has been a good football player, and he played most of his years with the Lions.
Linebacker, eh? What college, Frank?
Penn State.
Where else?
Third down, 6. Tony Nathan, single setback. He likes to work out of the backfield. Comes the pressure, and Woodley gets it off, and this is Nat Moore.
Boy, what a throw.
Stride for stride with Nat Moore, with Jerome Dove, and Nat Moore just took it away from him.
Yep, that was Elmer Bailey again.
Elmer Bailey, the rookie, and he is something, isn't he?
I love it. I tell you, I love this kid Woodley.
I'll say he's poised, he's cool. It was good coverage. He throws a strike out here. Look at that. You just cannot throw the ball any better than that. Elmer Bailey's having himself a good night.
Bailey, of course, made the catch to set up the score in the second half for Miami. The rookie from Minnesota. The first down inside the 42 of San Diego. Little mistake there as Robisky comes up with it. Gets to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Fred Dean on the stop.
That was not how it was planned. There was some mess up in the backfield. He was lucky to get the ball off to Robisky. When you have that kind of mess up, you get usually nothing.
Right there, that graphic tells you why Shula knows what he's doing. Robisky was the kid recommended by Cannon, the old Heisman Trophy winner, to Al Davis. Davis got good use out of him, but with the acquisition of Kenny King, he no longer needed Robisky. He was a good, solid player. Shula grabbed him, and he's done efficient service.
Second down 9. Nathan in motion.
Oh, he's got Nathan deep.
Nathan is wide open. That was an easy 6, and Woodley overthrew.
It really was.
Nathan running stride for stride with the linebacker, Jim Laslovic. He had him wiped out. Woodley overthrows.
Nobody's perfect.
No, but it was interesting. He put Nathan in motion. It ended up in a situation where Laslovic had to cover him man-on-man all the way down the field. It's a total mismatch. And David just said, get him the ball. I know he'd like to have it back.
The reason they're covering a Nathan like that, that's because they're offering double coverage somewhere else. Shula won't forget it. Third down and 9. Woodley scrambling out of the pocket. He'll be short of the first down at the 35-yard line. Bob Horn, the initial charger there.
Well,
and it's going to be 4th down and 3.
Let's see what Shula does. Von Schumann.
Well, let's see the field goal unit. Strock, of course, the holder.
Von Schumann can kick this. He's got the foot. He's got the range.
He's already hit tonight from 48 yards. And we see the youngster from the University of Oklahoma that Shula drafted last year. 7th round pick. He hit one against Oklahoma State as a senior for 58 yards, so we know he's got the distance. 52-yard attempt. This one does not have the distance. And more than that, San Diego will have fairly good field position. Line of scrimmage, 35-yard line. It remains 17 apiece with 7:33 remaining in the third quarter. We'll be back in the Orange Bowl in a moment. Orange Bowl, the luxurious booth offered here by the Orange Bowl. Just my head is there. Kind of a carnival atmosphere that has been generated by the meeting of these two teams.
We've got a great game.
Hello there. First and 10, San Diego, their own 35-yard line. Winslow in motion. This is Muncie with a blocker in front, and Muncie still waving that football out there. Gets out over the 45 to the 47. He holds on to the first down.
It's incredible, and they gang tackled him, and they went for the football. He holds it out there like a huge pineapple.
One of your teammates out in front of that one, number 67, Ed White.
Yes, there goes Big Ed out there. Just a little simple. He's done this about 5 or 6 times tonight, and there's Big Ed. Let's see if he gets his man. He does. Muncie just runs over people. 230, 235 pounds.
San Diego, and they can strike oh so quickly. Being well contained tonight by Miami's young defense. Muncie again, left side. Winslow with a block out in front of Muncie this time, and Muncie ambles down to about the 47-yard line. Gain of 7, it'll be 2nd down and 3. What a great college performer at the University of California. He had over 3,000 yards rushing out there.
Well, he had a great year last year for the Saints, and then was the MVP in the Pro Bowl when you were over in Europe doing skiing to prepare for Lake Placid.
He went for nearly 1,200 yards last year for New Orleans. Of course, the Saints #1 in '76. He just often, I guess, couldn't find the practice field. Muncie on 2nd and 3, pulling his way to the 45-yard line, short of the first down, and be 3rd and about a yard.
That was an evidence. He made that on his own. He was almost hit for a loss, but had the physical strength to carry through.
Somebody didn't block A.J. Dewey, hit him 2 yards deep in the backfield, and he carried Dewey all the way to within about half a yard of the first down.
We had a quick look at Bob Baumauer looking over to pick up defensive signals. Bill Arnsparger, of course, the brilliant defensive coach for the Dolphins. 3rd and short. Less than a yard. Fouts trying to go deep to Muncie, and Muncie just comes up with the football, taking it away from Blackwood, who was there with him.
He was not open. That just shows you the great athletic talent of Muncie.
That's exactly true.
I like the play. They faked the run. Wasn't a very good fake. He wasn't open. Watch this. Just a great catch by Muncie.
It really was. And you remember how Manning used to use Muncie along with Galbraith coming out of the backfield last year. It's the first time we've seen Fouts use Muncie this way.
Well, again, he's learning how to use this man. This man can make a great contribution to the Charger football team. Not only running the football, but then what we saw there, making big plays for him.
He can also throw the option pass, and very efficiently. That he's done.
Yes, he has.
I think we have a little bit of an equipment problem down there. Coming out is Dan Audick. He was pointing to his shoe. And we will see a replacement for Audick. That's Chuck Lowen, who comes in, rookie from South Dakota State. Downward remains the same. Clock started again. Fouts will have to hurry to get it off on 1st and 10, and here comes Thomas. Wilkinson out in front of Thomas. And Thomas with a nifty run down the sideline, getting down around the 12-yard line for another San Diego first down.
But great blocking by Doug Wilkinson. Do you see him lead that charge?
Yeah, he's a brute, Wilkinson.
Well,
262 pounds, and he can really motor.
They're getting to the corner. Muncie got to the corner for a 53-yard run. Thomas made the corner that time. You don't do that often against the Dolphins.
The 1st and 10 is at the 12-yard line. Mike Thomas hit at the line of scrimmage. He might have squeaked a yard out of it. Bob Baumauer defensively there first for San Diego, and still Jefferson has not had a reception.
Don Coryell always has that apparently tense, overwrought look. But he knows one thing, this is a turning point game for the Chargers, similar to the one they had against the Bengals a year ago, when they won the game in the final seconds on a field goal. Then came on the next week to beat Pittsburgh 35-7.
Jefferson in motion. Fouts fires it in to Joyner. Ball kicked free, but I believe let's see, are they going to rule him down? If so, it'll be at the 2-yard line.
If not, it's going to go back to the 6 or 7-yard line. Interesting decision.
Well, I don't get it. I thought he was down.
Well, I thought he was too, Howard.
No, it'll be inside the 7-yard line. And it will be 3rd down.
Joyner's not happy, that's clear.
3rd down and 4. 3:56. Clock stopped as the ball trickled out of bounds inside the 7-yard line. Winslow, the big tight end, split out to the left. He can play like a flanker, even with his size. Going up for Jefferson.
He's got it.
Jefferson, first catch of the night. Touchdown, San Diego, working against Don McNeil. And Fran, we see much more of that type of pass nowadays.
What a perfect time lob pass. There's Jefferson, his 12th touchdown reception this season. And what a time for it.
Well, here he is, man-on-man. McNeil's a good defensive back, but nobody can cover Jefferson man-on-man. He tried to bump him. Watch Jefferson make the adjustment on the ball. He makes more great catches, I think, than anybody I've seen in the entire year.
That's his 35th touchdown reception, and he's only in his 3rd year. Benershka with San Diego out on top once again. They lead 24-17. 3:50 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Out of Arizona State, this man is special. AFC Western Division. Miami, they, almost have to have it to stay alive in the AFC East, now led by Buffalo with an 8-3 record. Miami into the night at 6-5. Giaquinto. And Giaquinto picks up the ball and moves it out to the 37-yard line, and out comes the offensive unit for the Miami Dolphins.
And quickly, Miami has good field position. They must strike back quickly. They know it. Not that there's not a lot of time left. There is. We're only in the 3rd quarter with 3:40 to go. But they've got to reassume some offensive momentum.
The thing with San Diego, they just keep coming at you. They've got those 3 exceptional wide receivers, Winslow, Jefferson, Joyner. They're 1, 2, 3 in the AFC after 11 weeks.
Wouldn't you like to see Woodley roll out some more like he did early in the game? We haven't seen it lately.
From the 37, Delvin Williams. And down goes Williams. Defensive effort there by Jerome Dove. Laslovic was also there. Line of scrimmage. It'll be second down and 10.
Interesting wire story within the late hours today. Pastorini, in an interview, and Dunn had spoken with him this past Monday night, you'll recollect, says he'll be in uniform for the Eagles game this Sunday and available to play. Remarkable recovery of Crew.
Second and 10. Woodley. Nathan on the screen. And Laslovic again on the stop. Gain of about 6. It'll be third down and 4.
Which is a lot better than the 3rd and 9 they've had for much of the night.
But still tough down. Tough going.
Well, they'll have to throw for it to get it. But again, he's been throwing well to his backs, and I expect that's where he'll go again.
And may surprise you, Francis.
And again, keep in mind, San Diego, the best in the NFL. 41 sacks, rushing the passer. They really turn it loose on this situation and hum.
Nope.
Giaquinto over the middle. And is ruled complete. First down, 49-yard line. Nick Giaquinto, University of Connecticut. 5'11". He was teaching school this summer in Fort Lauderdale. Said, I want to try it one more time. He's been cut by the Jets. Next year he was cut by the Giants. He was cut by Ottawa. And now here he is getting a first down for Miami.
There's Chuckaroo, feeling better about things. Unfortunate fumble earlier. He atoned for it in a touchdown drive just recently completed.
He might drop it once in a while, but he makes the defense look at the Chargers in a different offensive game when he's in there. First and 10. Robisky. Screen did not develop. Leroy Jones there first. He had a lot of help from his friends, including Laslovic and Bob Horn. Loss of a couple. It'll be second down and 12. The Enterprise continues to hover here on a beautiful night. A little bit of a overcast. We'd like to show you a beautiful full moon that we had earlier. Fran could sing along. He's not the Willie Nelson quality, but he'd give us an effort.
I can sing feelings for you.
Moon over Miami.
Second down, 12. Good time for a blitz by the Chargers. Draw play. Nathan gets a friendly bounce and gets to the 44-yard line where it's going to be third down and 4.
That was a beautiful draw.
And a good call. Those 4 guys on the San Diego defense want to pass rush. You've got to keep them off balance. It was second and 12, passing situation. Shula crossed them up. The ball bounces down, and sometimes it bounces your way. It bounced Nathan's way there.
Woody Lowe, they got a big hand in there to help it bounce.
The bounce never goes for San Diego. When they lost to Dallas on a Sunday night game with us, Dallas profited by what has become known as the Soldi bounce.
Third down, long 3. Could be the final play of the third quarter. Woodley drills it to Nathan.
Oh boy.
First down, Miami, and Miami comes back. A lot of character in this young group. And Miami gets their first down as the gun goes off, announcing the end of the third quarter. At the score, the Chargers 24, the Dolphins 17. Will return for the fourth quarter in just a moment. North.
Marvelous face.
Hey.
I know. Looks like the guy who dropped the cigar in the Baltimore-Pittsburgh World Series in '79. Marvelous face. He had a word for you.
And Woodley.
That might be.
And Woodley's trying to get a flag.
And
he's
Shula's
out of bounds inside the 30-yard line for the gain of 8.
And Shula was trying to get the flag, too.
I don't blame him. I'm astonished that there's no flag there.
Brett Dean a little late for the Chargers.
Let's watch him. Here he goes back in the pocket. Now, one good thing about Woodley, he's looking to throw the ball. And he's still looking downfield. That's what he needs to do. Now he turns it on. He's got speed. Brett Dean is chasing him. My friend, that is the penalty.
I think he tried to hold him up.
still think that is a penalty.
See his big hand under that fan? He was trying to keep him on his feet.
You're putting us on.
Gain of 8, second down and 2. Williams, and he gets whacked just inside the 30. He'll be short of the first down. It'll be a little more than a yard to go on third, and let's take a look at the third quarter action.
All right, there it is. San Diego assuming more control, as you can see, although Miami still dominant in possession time. But that doesn't tell the story of capitalizing on opportunities, which San Diego did.
Interesting piece of data here. The Dolphins coming into this game converted only 36% of the third down plays. In this game, they converted 69% of the third down plays.
This ball marked back close to the 30-yard line, third down and 2. A tough 2 yards for Miami. An easy 2 yards as Robisky just popped in behind Kuchenberg, gets the first down. He's all the way down close to the 15-yard line.
So the other man from LSU shows exactly why Shula got him when Oakland released him.
Watch 67 Kuchenberg. He's been doing this for a lot of years. Great big gaping hole. You've seen Zonka run through those holes for years. This time it was Robisky. Big third down play. Now the Dolphins up to about a 70% conversion on third down.
You know, people don't talk a great deal about offensive linemen because their job is kind of anonymous, but Kuchenberg for years has been doing that kind of a job. He's been in the Pro Bowl as a tackle. He's been there as a guard, and he's performing well tonight. First and 10, the ball at San Diego's 16-yard line. Robisky left side again and just bulling his way down around the 12-yard line for a pickup of 4.
He really is bulling his way, as you said. Another interesting thing about Kuchenberg, Frank, he's a Notre Dame, and they're usually highly publicized men as such. Kuchenberg never has been.
Never. He was a free agent. He wasn't even drafted.
Bob Lilly, who I consider one of the truly great defensive linemen ever to play this game, told me some years ago that the best guard he'd ever played against was Bob Kuchenberg. That's some company.
Not a bad sideline quarterback calling the plays tonight for his young quarterback, David Woodley. Second down, long 6. Charger appeared to be offside. Woodley will get a free play. And this one should come back. And it was picked off there by Glenn Edwards. Yeah, I think you saw the movement, and unless the Charger was drawn off by illegal motion, it'll be brought back. There's the indication.
That was clear on your picture from the beginning. No surprise there.
Shula is calling Bruce Hardy over instead of wigwagging the play in. He'll be able to tell Hardy. Hardy will take it in.
Howard, what do you think Strock is telling Shula? What could he tell Shula?
I don't know. Maybe
Shula might be asking him.
Interior lineman on defense, offside, still second down.
Maybe Strock saw Herrera helping Patera in the new tandem coaching combination in the National Football League this past Monday night. It's the only way Strock's going to get on the scene.
Strock has been carrying his clipboard for 7 years. He ought to be able to handle it. Second down. A little less than 2 yards for the first. That's Giaquinto. He is going to be close to a first down.
I think he got it. He edged that out. I think well, that depends on placement by the officials.
I'll tell you, guys, I'm impressed with Giaquinto. Very functional football player. He plays well on special teams. He's caught the ball tonight, and he's run well.
And he just picks up the first down.
Yep.
It'll be first down and goal. The ball at the 6-yard line. 12 minutes remaining here in the game.
Really impressive the way this Miami team doesn't fold. On the surface, they appear outmanned.
12th play of this drive. Chargers on top, 24-17. Del Williams. Williams struggles inside the 5, down to the 4-yard line, where it'll be second down and goal.
I don't think we can overemphasize the importance of this drive for the Dolphins as well as the Chargers.
Once again, he ran behind Kuchenberg.
I think it's going to be tough to get in there running. I wouldn't be surprised to see Woodley bootleg the ball out, some kind of rollout. to have the option of run or pass.
Here come all the receivers for Miami. Cephalo is in. Bailey, 88, is in. Nat Moore is there, number 89. And, of course, Tony Nathan working out of the backfield, number 22. Second and goal at the 4. Whitley. And Whitley gets inside the 3-yard line where it'll be third and goal. Tried to throw the ball, could not find an open receiver. A credit to the defensive unit of the Chargers. Bob Horn made the stop, along with Leroy Jones.
Frank, this game has some of the flavor of that remarkable Houston 35, Miami 30 game of 2 years ago at the Astrodome. We could still be up to that kind of score before we're done.
This is an interesting call by Shula. What is he going to do? He's got his big men back in. Got the 2 big tight ends. I think he's got to throw.
Trubisky. And he's whacked. So it's going to be fourth and goal from about the 2-yard line.
Well, all right. Does he kick it? What do you think? I think he goes for it.
Well,
he's going to say timeout.
10 minutes and 6 seconds, plenty of time. I think he's got to kick it.
He wants to check the catalog. He moves over and says, "What do you think, Don?" There's Don. Don said, "Well, let's get him over and chew the fat with him a little bit." And here comes David Whitley.
This is no clear-cut, easy decision.
A little more than 2 to go on fourth down.
With 10-6 left, Fran, I suggest you must take the 3. Put the points on the board, hold them, and then, bang, you go ahead with a touchdown.
Man, you've been in these huddles so many times. What exactly goes on right there?
Well, you've got the guy up in the press box talking down to you. You're all throwing out your ideas of what you could call, what kind of play, what are your options. Do you have a real special short yardage goal line play that you think you have a good chance of getting into the end zone? I think that's what they're talking about now. If they feel they've got a real good play that they haven't used tonight to get in the end zone, I think he'll go for it. If he doesn't feel that play, he'll kick it. Now, Howard, if he had the superior team tonight, which I do not think he does, the Chargers are the superior team.
Now that makes...
I think that he would kick the field goal. He's not going to get down there maybe never again. If he doesn't make it, the Chargers are still in the hole. He's got a chance to hold him. He realizes he needs a touchdown much more than the field goal. I think he'll go for it.
Whitley comes back into the lineup. Don Strock had his jacket off. Of course, he's the holder on a field goal attempt.
I think Shula agrees with.
Fourth down and goal to go. The ball right at the 2-yard line.
He's going to probably fake a run, roll out and throw. I think he is going to throw.
He might bootleg it.
He could, but he's going to fake a running play first, probably. Let's see.
Trubisky. Chargers say no, he did not get in, and San Diego will take over inside their own 1-yard line.
Seems to me they spent a lot of time on a routine play.
Well, there was a trap play. It's not a bad play in that situation. You're trying to break the seam up the middle.
It's worked all night.
Yep, and if we think they're going to pass, so does San Diego. It wasn't a bad play.
And San Diego will start inside their own 1-yard line. Tough duty for them. We'll be back in a moment.
This was in the back of Shula's mind, of course. San Diego trapped deep in their own territory. But we'll pick up in a moment.
Fouts trying to get a little area in which to operate. Bowls his way out close to the 4-yard line. Got a little more out of that than I think Fouts probably thought he would.
I think so, too.
But, Fran, you talked about a rollout. I talked about a possible bootleg. It seems to me when you're in fourth down, you're going for touchdown. You got to call a play that leaves you an option.
Well, you got a running quarterback like Woodley, you could, but who's the question Shula? I have a hard time doing that.
Second down, 7. Clarence Williams piled up at the 5-yard line. It'll be third down and about 6. Again, a reminder, college football coming your way on Saturday. 12 o'clock Eastern now will be the start, and it's a doubleheader. The regional coverage will begin first. Michigan, Ohio State, the Rose Bowl on the line there. Oklahoma, Nebraska, the Orange Bowl on the line there. Yale at Harvard. If Yale can beat Harvard, they win the Ivy League championship. So check the listing for the game in your area, and that'll be followed by USC versus UCLA. College football at its finest right here on ABC.
And how about
third down, 6. And Fouts gets the first down. Winslow out to the 13-yard line.
And Gift, you know how close last little bit came to intercepting that ball? That was close.
But it worked. It was a big play. It was a venturesome play. And that's why you can't count on trapping the other team deep in its own territory.
Well, he put it down there low enough where it was just a tussle. Winslow coming up with it. Winslow 6'6", 250 pounds. He's going to be a great one. Already is. First and 10 on San Diego's 13. Here's Muncie. Muncie trying to run through Beaucamper. You can forget that.
Look at the size of Kim. He is huge.
Unless he gets a yard and a half, it'll be second down and 9.
I was about to say a while ago, guys, we're talking about the college game. How about them Dogs? Number 1 team in the country.
Both wide receivers. Jefferson, Joyner, top of your screen, and Jefferson comes back toward you. Draw play, Williams. Flag goes down as Williams is over the 15 to the 16.
Face mask. It is. It's a big break for the Chargers.
Referee Gene Barth and his crew doing a fine job tonight. Had a couple of ticklish calls. They were right on the spot.
Personal foul, face mask, 5-yard penalty only, first down.
It's the first down that matters. Now that is long overdue in this down.
Well, maybe premature.
No, maybe so in a sense, but you know what I mean.
There you go.
First down 10. Following the face mask, 5-yard penalty. This is Muncie. Muncie gives it up again, but they say no, he was down at the 20-yard line of scrimmage, and that just about was another turnover.
What? As we watch this play, Fouts is going to hand to Muncie, running the ball out. Let's watch the fumble. He's carrying it loosely again. He really hasn't got it tucked away yet. He's going down, and he really doesn't get hit. The leg of his teammate hit the ball a little bit. The surprising thing to me here is that Fouts is trying to run the ball out. He's been successful so far. I thought he'd be throwing the ball more down in this part.
Well, what's Muncie doing running left and carrying the ball outstretched in his left hand? Should be hugged in his right hand.
Second down and 11. Flag is down, and it's holding. It'll be holding in all probability as Joyner gets yardage out to the 36-yard line.
When I said he was running left, he was running left into outside linebacker in that position. Otherwise, ordinarily, he would carry it in his left hand. But then he should have transferred it to the right hand before the apparent tackle.
You know, the thing that happens, Howard, when you get the reputation like that, every second defensive man on the tackle goes for the football.
But the
Illegal use of the hands, number 60 offense.
But you know, Giff, he really hasn't been stripped yet. He's really just caused the fumble himself when he's hit the ground by falling on the arm that he's got the ball in. Or the hand, not the
ball backed up to the 10-yard line. Second down, a little more than 20. With 7:05 remaining in the game. The Chargers over the Dolphins 24-17. A must-win game for the Dolphins. Mike Thomas. It's a good block from Ed White, but he's hammered there by Ernest Roan, number 55, and a little slow in getting up.
This is not the personality of Dan Fouts we're seeing right now. Not the personality of the Charger offense. They're much more aggressive than this normally. I'm really quite surprised they're not putting it up.
It'll be third down at about 19. Jefferson split out to the left by Dan Fouts. Ron Smith split to the right. Mike Thomas taking a setback. Winslow, Joyner in the slot. Here comes Mike Thomas. And Mike Thomas goes down in the arms of Glenn Blackwood, and San Diego will have to punt. And in all probability, Miami will have fairly good field position with 6:10 and the clock ticking away the seconds for the Dolphins.
You're absolutely right, Fran. They didn't play their usual game, and they may yet pay for that.
Tony Nathan dropping deep, and Rick Partridge out to do the punting. Greg Partridge puts the ball high in the air. He came from New Orleans at the beginning of this season. Kicks the ball high. And he kicked it high and short. It does take a San Diego bounce, and it was taken there in a rather risky area by Glenn Blackwood, but he keeps the ball from going further downfield. It stays in Charger territory inside the 49-yard line. So the youngster from LSU, David Woodley, gets another crack in San Diego territory. So Frank Gifford along with Howard Cosell, Fran Tarkenton, watching an interesting series a moment ago on the part of quarterback Dan Fouts, who is way under his seasonal average of 300 yards per game. He is completed passes, good for 173 yards. Miami now at the Chargers' 49-yard line. First and 10. Nat Moore in motion. Woodley calmly hits Nathan down to the 44-yard line. Gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Mike Williams coverage there for San Diego, and slow in getting up is Mike Williams. Mike Williams walked off the field. He appears to be all right. Came off under his own locomotion. Mike Fuller has moved out replacing him, but he appeared just to have the wind knocked from him. 2nd down and 5. Miami at San Diego's 44-yard line. Woodley moves around, finds a receiver. Flag is down.
Well, and it's going to be on the defense. It's going
to be a personal foul, a little late hit on David Woodley. He was scrambling around there. It's kind of a tough call when your quarterback is bouncing around like he is.
And they're going to call it on Leroy Jones. And watch this guy, though. He knows how to move around. He's looking down the field all the time, not really looking to run. His vision is down the field. It's the way it should be. And he gets hit. That's a close call. I'm not sure.
It really was.
Personal foul, 68 defense. He speared the quarterback with his head. First down.
Okay, spearing, I'll take that call. I remember the Doug Frank incident and how Williams ran all the way down the field.
Well, let's watch it. See if he does spear him. He's got to hit him right in the back with his helmet. I think he hits him with the shoulder. I think the helmet is on the left of him. I don't see the helmet into his back.
First and 10 Miami. Ball on the 18-yard line of San Diego. David Woodley unhappy about someone. His center, Mark Dennard, might have complained about maybe some stick 'em on the ball or something like that. It's going to be replaced.
And he's going to have to hurry because he's only got 9 seconds on the clock, and he's got to get it off in a hurry.
Del Williams. Leroy Jones turns Del Williams back into the inside, and down he goes, losing yardage all the way back to the 29-yard line. It was Gary Johnson who made the stop, but it was Leroy Jones who played off the block of Luxo and forced Del Williams to try and get back to the left.
And I'll tell you, Leroy Jones is an angry man. He thought it was a bad call on him. And he came across the line like a shot and caused a 10-yard loss or more.
And what a key play that was, with overtime staring us in the face.
2nd down, 21. 29-yard line. The Chargers. 24-17. San Diego over Miami. Woodley bounces off and fires the ball deep downfield. He bounced off Charlie DeJournay, found Jimmy Cephalo, and this is an athlete, folks.
Well, let's watch this play, but think about the new rule protecting the quarterback. Now, should the whistle been blown there? He's in the grasp of the defensive lineman. Could have been. But Woodley makes a great play. He gets out of the trouble, throws a strike to Cephalo.
Back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Cephalo split out to the left. Nat Moore to the right. 3:35 and the clock is ticking away. Seconds for Miami. Maybe on their season. Woodley. Too late. The decision made to run. And Woodley gets to the 15-yard line where he's barreled under. It'll be 4th down at the 15. 4th down and 8.
But Giff, the impressive thing about Woodley, most young quarterbacks who have the ability to run come up and they look to run too quickly. Woodley is all the time looking down the field to throw the ball. That's what a veteran normally does. It's very impressive.
Woodley wants timeout on 4th down and 8. We understand that, but that reduces the Dolphins' timeout to 1. And you see a bunch of tired San Diego Charger linemen. They've been chasing this man all night, and keep in mind, they had a delay last night flying in. They did not arrive in Miami until sometime around 2 o'clock.
They didn't get to bed till 3, and it shows you can't predict. The surmise would have been that they would be the more tired team.
A week from Sunday, the San Diego Chargers will have the Eagles at home. Not an easy one for either one of them. And a week from Sunday, Miami will play at Pittsburgh. 4th and 8. Woodley, complete. Down around the 2-yard line, Jimmy Cephalo went high up in the air. He took the ball right in front of Jerome Dove with a great catch and a brilliantly executed pass by David Woodley.
And remember, that's the cornerback where Mike Williams was just injured a while ago. Jerome Dove had to move over. But Cephalo does some job here. Watch the moves he makes. He pushes him down the field, comes out. Watch the throw. Right on the money with a lot on it. Boy, I'm telling you, we have got a some ball game, and Mr. Woodley is playing.
And it'll be first and goal to go again for Miami.
When a guy comes back like that, we've talked about the Gilman-type passing attack, you can't defense it. Not when a quarterback times his throw that way. Woodley is giving the nation a picture of a great young rookie.
Hand off Robisky. He's piled up, but he's inside the 2-yard line. Woodley now on the night, 20 of 28, 236 yards. It'll be 2nd down and goal. The ball just inside the 2.
And they're going to run it down, Giff.
They'll get it down to the 2-minute warning, and Woodley will have another chance to confer with John Shula.
How suddenly this young man stabilized up. Miami went to New York. We get the 2-minute warning. Was ripped by the Jets, really, and then suddenly it all came to him under Shula. We'll be back in a moment.
David Woodley comes back out to his offensive teammates, having visited with Don Shula. Don Strock, coaches on the line, and there's a young man, as Howard already talked to about earlier, out of Penn State. He came into tonight replacing Duriel Harris and only caught 6 footballs. But none has ever been bigger than the one he just caught a moment ago.
As I said earlier, he's just been waiting for Duriel Harris to get hurt so he could get his shot.
2nd down and goal. The Dolphins have 1 timeout remaining, 2 minutes exactly on the clock. Motion is Hardy. Woodley. No. It'll be 3rd and goal.
Well, as you look at the Dolphins side of the coin here, if they could be assured of a touchdown, it'd be better for them to do it on 4th down and run this clock down. Because if you give the Chargers a minute and 50 seconds or a minute and 30 seconds to come down the field, more than likely they will and kick a field goal.
But remember, too, a moment ago or a few minutes ago, they had a 1st and goal and they did not get in.
That's right.
Remember, too, the way San Diego played on their last offensive series when the clock was working for them, and they played uncharacteristically on the rush and the rush alone.
Minute and a half remaining in the game. 3rd down and goal. 1-yard line. No raised arm, so it might come down to, well, the entire season might come down to this play, at least the hope for the Miami Dolphins. It's going to be 4th and goal, 1:25 on the clock, the ball inside the 1.
Little bit interesting, isn't it? As a peaceful man, very tranquil.
Yeah. Well,
look at Shula. The cut of the jaw.
Later in his career, David Woodley would have let the 30-second clock run down to the last 2 seconds and then call timeout because this is his last shot at it, and if he does make it, they need to give the Chargers the least amount of time possible. But he didn't let that happen.
Those are things that you have to believe in watching this youngster perform tonight and in previous games through film that he's going to learn and learn well. He's going to be around a while.
You know,
and of course, Don Shula bet on that when he drafted him in the 8th round. He released Guy Benjamin, who he had drafted a year ago, the All-American quarterback from Stanford, because he liked everything he saw about this young man when he came in as that 8th-round draft pick. And as Fran mentioned, the 12th quarterback taken in the professional draft this year.
And a lot of people thought that Benjamin was ticketed as the Dolphins quarterback of the future. But no. David Woodley is.
60,000 plus the attendance here in the Orange Bowl tonight. More than anticipated. The game is not a sellout, so it is blocked out in the Miami area. Here it is, Fran. 4th and inches.
We've seen 2 quarterback sneaks. I would not expect to see it. I would expect to see Delvin Williams, the tailback spot, fly over. Let's see if he does.
Crowd at 1 on the feet. Touchdown, Del Williams, and you hit it right on the head.
Yes, you did, Francis. And the relief is etched in Shula's face.
And we are heading for a possible overtime. However, the Chargers have Dan Fouts, their gifted receivers, and 3 timeouts with 1:21 on the clock.
All right, here it is again. Lead blocker going Rubisky. Here comes Delvin Williams flying over. The reason this works, the defensive linemen have got to be low, cannot be pushed out. You've got the opportunity to jump over. We've seen Sam Bam Cunningham do it. At Minnesota, Chuck Foreman did it a million times. Pretty big kick here, guys. Pretty big kick.
Uwe von Schamann. The man who centers the ball is Bob Kuchenberg. The man who will put it down, Don Struck. We're tied at 24 with 1:21 remaining in the game.
What a football game, as we have said.
Del Williams piling over the right side to bring it to this. And hope remains for the Dolphins. In the Orange Bowl, and this crowd, still many of them on their feet, given one of the great thrills they've had this season. 4th down, inches. Del Williams gets it in. Conversion good, tied up, 1:21 remaining in the game. San Diego has 3 timeouts.
And he's got a world of time to work with. 1:21 and 3 timeouts. The Dolphins are just going to have to shut him down if they hope to go into overtime.
Ron Shawman to kick. Deep is Ron Smith. This is Mike Fuller. And Fuller stays on his feet, getting out close to the 29-yard line. And here comes the offensive unit for the Chargers.
1:15 left to go. Good run back by Mike Fuller. As Fran said, the mistake was made earlier when Woodley didn't let the clock run down. So, they can get to field goal position. They've got plenty of time to do it. Let's see if they can do it.
Jefferson right, Joyner left. Winslow in motion. Mike Thomas, he'll get a block. Out of bounds, out of the 42-yard line, saving a timeout. 1st down.
1:07 left to go.
Winslow with the block, and Fouts was able to preserve his timeout. He still has 3.
And as you sit up here watching this, the advantage is completely with the offense now, I feel, with a veteran quarterback like Fouts and the great receivers he has. And there's the kicker warming up.
He has kicked field goals of 53 and 52 this year. Winslow in motion. Good protection, and it's Jefferson down at the 42-yard line. 1st down again, San Diego.
They are almost within reasonable range for the foot of Berners-Lee now. A timeout taken.
With 59 seconds remaining. Offensive unit set to go. The San Diego Chargers, they have the 1st down. They're inside the 42-yard line of the Miami Dolphins. 59 seconds remaining in the game. All tied up at 24. 2 timeouts remaining for the Chargers. Going for Jefferson, and Jefferson well covered back there. The rookie from Alabama, Don McNeil, in perfect position. And Fouts, very wisely, the veteran that he is, threw the ball away.
What Danny's got to be concerned about here, he would like to get the ball down to at least the 20-yard line.
Exactly. Why? Because Berners-Lee has had a very uncertain year. Frank pointed out earlier in the game, before Berners-Lee connected on his field goal, that he had missed the previous 6. Had a very bad game against Kansas City.
52 seconds on the clock. 2nd and 10. Bout tries to drill it into Jefferson. Defensively, it was Ed Taylor. Dolphins in their prevent defense.
And my friends, Danny Fouts is lucky here. This could have been an intercepted ball. He threw it well. But there's Taylor right there where he should be.
Now we come to 3rd down and 10.
And it has really come down to this for San Diego. 46 seconds left. There's Bernushka. And they are very far away.
And he needs a high percentage
I think
pass.
we're looking at 2 downs of offense. It would be a 57-yard field goal attempt from this point. 3rd down and 10. Winslow in motion. Fired, and it's not handled. Jefferson bobbles the ball. He had the 1st down inside the 30-yard line. It'll be 4th down. Decision time for Don Coryell.
And he can't believe, Jefferson, that he didn't handle the throw.
Well, somebody made a good play on defense. It might have been Don McNeil, but he stripped Jefferson of the ball. A good defensive play. I think here they've got to go and try to get the 1st down. And if they miss and they stop the clock, the Dolphins have got a chance to come back.
They've got beautiful, beautiful position for them to get into field goal position.
Dolphins with no timeouts. 40 seconds on the clock. Joyner right, Jefferson left, Winslow in the clock. Now in motion. 4th down. Foul.
I don't believe it.
Going for all of it. Incomplete. 32 seconds on the clock. The Dolphins have the football. 1st and 10, their own 41-yard line.
I really don't believe that particular play. When he needs 10 yards for a 1st down to throw the ball deep down the field, a low percentage play. It stops the clock. The Dolphins have the ball on the 41-yard line with 32 seconds left and a chance to get a winning field goal.
Absolutely right. Totally right. It was crazy. It was just plain dumb. The only thing working for San Diego now is the fact that Miami has no timeouts left.
Another fine defensive play back there by number 28, the rookie from Alabama, Don McNeil. Again, good position. And here comes Miami. No timeout. And it's incomplete. Trapped there by Nat Moore, and you better believe that Don Shula has instructed David Woodley, go ahead and put it in the air, son, but don't get that thing picked off. We can win it in overtime.
Now, I'm telling you, Elmer Bailey's going back to the huddle. Shula's told him to tell Woodley something on that particular play, and you cannot see everything out there with the pass rush coming at you. Elmer Bailey was down the right sideline with nobody within 20 yards of him. Let's see if they don't come back and try to hit him.
They're setting in the same formation. Bailey split right, Matt Moore in the slot. Nathan the single setback. Complete out to the 50-yard line. 19 seconds and Miami cannot stop it. They'll have to fire it out of bounds to kill the clock. 10 seconds. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds. And we will have overtime.
Yep, you can forget it now.
Again, reminding you of the overtime. There'll be a 3-minute break. They will play 1 full quarter. If there is no score, the game will be a tie. Otherwise, it is in a sudden win situation. Each team with 2 timeouts.
All right, now at this time, the Atlanta Falcons did it a couple of years ago against the Saints. They call it Big Ben right and Big Ben left. You line your 3 receivers up one side or the other. You go back, you let them run down to the 5-yard line, and you throw it up and hope to get a tip or a defensive pass interference. And they're doing it to the left side.
The game cannot end on a defensive foul. And Woodley cannot get it off. Time has expired, and we are in overtime. Charles Dejournay in there first on David Woodley. And a crowd of over 63,000 rises to their feet to salute this young man. Both teams will regroup on the sideline. And we'll be moving into a quarter of overtime. We'll be back in our sudden death period after this word from our local station. Returning to football, Miami kicking off. Again, reminding you, each team will have 2 timeouts during this period. And should it happen, as it did one other time already this season, it's a scoreless quarter. It will be ruled a tie at the end of the quarter of play.
That happened, Frank, in the Green Bay-Tampa Bay game. Green Bay had played an earlier overtime game, opening game of the year, with the Chester Markle kick that hit a defender, came back to Chester. He ran left for the touchdown. They won. We've had a very recent overtime game. We've had 6 in all this year in the league. The most recent, that stirring comeback by Atlanta over St. Louis. There are the fourth quarter statistics. And look at the difference in time of possession. That has to be the determinant in bringing Miami back.
10 minutes of that was spent inside San Diego's 10.
You know, it used to be, Giff, in this situation, the advantage in overtimes went to the receiving team. It hasn't really been that way this year, but I really think it is the advantage to the receiving team. The defenses have been out there for 4 quarters. They're a little tired, but the San Diego offense, from the middle of the fourth quarter on, has been sputtering.
Very questionable strategy. It's easy to second guess, but we commented on the time at the time.
All right, Von Chaman, who has already kicked a 48-yard field goal tonight, will kick off. Ron Smith is centered for San Diego. He indicates he wants Mike Fuller to take it, and he does so at the 7. And Fuller gets out to the 27-yard line. Respectable return, and here comes the San Diego offense. I touched on that because Von Chaman and both Benershka can kick the ball a long way. Benershka has kicked 2 over 50 this season. We've watched Von Chaman of Miami kick one of 48 tonight. Both of them have kicked much further in their careers if you go back to college days. 27-yard line, San Diego. Winslow split out to the right, joins Joyner, and now Joyner's in motion. Screen, Winslow taken out of bounds defensively by Don McNeil, who's played a tremendous football game, this rookie from Alabama tonight. He has been absolutely perfect in his pass coverage.
It's interesting the strategy of the Chargers here. You'll notice that Muncie is not in the game. I think they're scared of his fumbling. They're going with 3 wide receivers. They're keeping Winslow in the game and only 1 remaining back. It says to me, Dolphins, we're going to throw the ball. You're going to have to beat us at our best.
Interesting, the wide receiver is Winslow. McCrary is in there at the tight end. That'll give you the idea of what they respect from Winslow, the big man who can run like a flanker. 2nd and 3. Flag is down. May have been a collision downfield.
Charlie Joyner was interfered with. They're going to call defensive holding or defensive pass interference. Chargers will get an automatic first down.
Joyner called it immediately, but he didn't have to. The official saw it. Watch.
Here he comes. And there's the hold by Ernest Rome. He's played pretty good tonight.
Joyner made sure it was dramatic.
He did.
Defensive holding, 55, first down.
Ernie Roan filling in tonight for Larry Gordon. The ball is advanced to the 39-yard line, 1st and 10.
Remember, first team in the score wins. Again, San Diego doesn't have that far to go to field goal range.
Complete. Goes out to Jefferson. He has the first down, and all of a sudden, San Diego is in Miami territory inside the 49-yard line. We want to remind all of you that tonight on ABC News Nightline, immediately following your late local news, a look at the Reagan administration and its plans for social programs over the next 4 years.
Anymore. They got too many guys that can get down the field quickly. They have to play them more single.
Winslow at 250 pounds just pulls his way down around the 42-yard line. Gain of 7.
He is a hoss, isn't he?
You know, and he can run like a deer. It's just amazing. He's 6'6".
You may be right,
pounds.
Frank. In the long run, he may surpass the likes of Francis and Casper. He's got that kind of ability.
Started out a year ago and broke his leg in the 7th game as a rookie, #1 draft pick out of Missouri. but he had 25 receptions in the previous 6 games. And he is leading the AFC right now as a receiver. 2nd and 3. Mike Thomas. Nope. That's it at the line of scrimmage. Good defensive play. Ortega was there. Rowan was there.
Well, the weakness of that formation is that you don't run very well from it when you put all the people and spread them out all over the field, and they came up with a 2nd and 3 and tried to run out of it, and they didn't make a thing. Now they're 3rd and 3 or 4, they're going to have to throw again.
Obvious passing down when a pass on 2nd down would have been very, very good call.
And I think he'll keep the pass under 6 or 7 yards. He's not going to go way down the field.
Jefferson right. Corner left. Winslow in motion. Foul. Joyner out of bounds. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Well, he did go long again. I'm telling you, it's just a dumb call.
I don't believe he wanted to go there. He looked out in the flat to Thomas. Thomas was picked up. And the next receiver in his line of sight was Joyner.
Well,
good defensive play for Miami. That's credit there.
All right, I'll give you that benefit of the doubt, Giff, but you just throw a low percentage pass when you're throwing the ball down the field. You've got to have a design play to your back, to your tight end, inside of 6 yards to get a 3 or 4 yard gain.
Partridge puts it up high, hoping it'll stay on the field of play. It does not. And Miami will have their first possession in overtime from their 20-yard line. Miami quickly, Saturday, college football coming your way. Williams in there, number 24, Terry Rubisky, 38. Those are your setbacks. Right back the way we started the game tonight. Matt Moore, one wide receiver, 89. Jimmy Cepolo, 81 the other. Ronnie Lee, 86, the tight end. Cepolo in motion. Ball is dribbled between the legs of Woodley, and Del Williams picks it up. And there'll be a loss of about a yard.
Giff, interesting change up on defense for the Chargers. They've taken Big Louis Kelcher out, and they put in Big Wilbur Young, number 99, who I would guess they think might be a better pass
rusher, without question.
And DeJournay is in there for Fred Dean, as he has been throughout most of the 4th quarter.
Well, I know DeJournay is a fine football player and a good pass rusher, but Fred Dean
doesn't have Fred Dean's quickness. Dean must be tired.
Or hurt.
He's been out for some time. He may have been shaken up. We've had no report, however. 2nd and 11. Woodley. And Woodley fires it complete to Nathan. Short of the first down, out at the 25-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. Al Springer defensively there for San Diego.
This is a big, big down for Miami.
I think she's listening to Saturday Night Fever or something, a little disco.
She is praying.
She is ever more praying.
Fred Dean now comes into the ball game. DeJournay goes out, so we know that Fred Dean is all right. 3rd and 5.
He'll go to a back.
Woodley will get the first down. He knew exactly where he had to go. He did a hook slide out over the 30. First down, Miami. He's quick.
He's not only quick, but what I'm impressed with right there, Don Shula, has really taught this fellow well. He has trained this quarterback and brought him along. There he is back in the pocket, all kind of pressure, steps up, now takes off the run, knows how far he's got to go, and watch the hook slide. Not all bad.
He got away from Wilbur Young and Leroy Jones.
We have used 4.5 minutes of overtime. Miami, first down. Ball at their own 32-yard line. We're tied at 24.
He's got a man.
Whitney. Incomplete. Ronnie Lee, intended receiver, and he was there.
Yes, he was, but if you're going to miss him with the throw, he missed him in the right place. He doesn't want to, he wants to protect the ball, and he did. Here's Ronnie Lee coming down the field. Making a corner move. He's in between the 2 defensive backs and just off his fingertips. Wasn't a bad throw.
Back to 2nd down and 10. As Ronnie Lee came up a year ago, beat out Loaird McCrary. Third round pick out of Baylor.
Not a bad down for a draw or a trap up the middle.
Trubisky tries the middle.
I think I'm wired.
You're on target.
Must be wired into somebody's headset.
No, he knows how to call plays. He always did. That's why he took a weak arm and made himself the holder of every pro passing record there is.
Third down 5 now for Miami.
Somehow you get the feeling that some way this kid Woodley is going to do it. With Dunn calling the plays.
You really do. Watch for his back to him.
Wilbur Young making the move. And Woody Lowe.
Just the opposite.
Woody Lowe, key interception all the way down to the 12-yard line.
With that suddenness, a total turn in the flow.
What a face.
Tremendous defensive play by Lowe. Woodley had to throw the ball a little late. The reason for that was the pressure from the defensive line. If he had not have had the pressure, he could have thrown the ball quicker and on time. He had to wait a little too long. Here he goes. The pressure will come from his left. He's going back to pass. He had to step away from Wilbur Young, which made him lose a second or two. It gave Woody Lowe the time to come in and make the interception.
Woody Lowe will do it to you. This is his third of the year. He did it 5 times last year.
And guess where school Woody Lowe's from?
Alabama.
With just about 5.5 minutes of the overtime, the first down is at the 12-yard line of Miami. Mike Thomas. And you better believe in the huddle, he is being told to hang on to the football because Miami will be tackling it.
Hello, Woody. Yeah, we saw you.
I must say that last pass of David Woodley's was a little behind the receiver.
Well, and it was late. And it was late because Wilbur Young put pressure on him. Now, in this situation, many people play for the field goal. I think they ought to go ahead and try to score. A field goal is not a sure thing.
Second down, 7. Mike Thomas, he's not playing field goal, gets inside the 5. The Chargers can get a first down at the 2-yard line, and it'll be third down and 1. Don Coryell, this game will get to you, pal.
Yes, it will. The pressure on these coaches, these players, is unbelievable.
That came from nowhere. Just when we had the feeling that Woodley was going to do it. You agreed with me.
Yes.
Bang.
Yes.
That suddenly the game turned.
That's what makes it a tough game to call.
Third, more than 1 to go, and we'll see the field goal unit. Coming across the line of scrimmage, linebacker Ernest Roan, and out comes the field goal unit. That, of course, Rolf Benirschke.
And gang, it's a 27-yard field goal. Now, the odds are that he's going to make it, but it is no sure thing.
See, I happen to agree with you. A quick pass to the tight end in the corner.
Interesting, too, they just activated a new center. Ralph Peretta will be centering. 28-yard attempt. The holder. Fuller puts it down. This game is history. The San Diego Chargers move their record to 8-4. They stay a half game behind the Oakland Raiders, and for Miami, they drop to 6-6. And a super football game, great to watch, and for this man who has put together a new football team, if you will, a night's night for this man, a good night. Don Shula, you saw the disappointment etched on his face when David Woodley, under pressure from Wilbur Young, fired the interception that Woody Lowe brought back, which ultimately turned into the 28-yard Benirschke field goal that wins the game for the Chargers 27-24. That's the final score. Remember to stay tuned for ABC News. Travel arrangements made through. And a promotional fee paid by United Airlines. United flies more people to Hawaii than any other airline. That's what friendly skies are all about. This has been a presentation of ABC Sports, recognized around the world as the leader in sports television. San Diego 27, the Dolphins 24 will be in New Orleans Monday.